What's going on? TGIF. Happy Friday. Welcome to Astrology for Mystics. I'm your host, Jennifer Jennings. It has not been a beautiful day here in the state of Tennessee. It's been raining like crazy, but the pond is full, and we're about to have the chicken penthouse built this weekend. Well, I mean, it's already built. We're just, we have to secure it with the chicken wire, and it's going to be so beautiful. It's already so beautiful. I'm so excited about our garden. Man, it's yielding pretty good. Lots of squash, lots of zucchini. Everything is just, going pretty good. Although everything around me in the public eye seems like it's just shit. It's just shit. YouTube is shitty. They're just shitty. So many creators, grown ass women, they're just shitty. They talk shit about other people, trying to elevate themselves. It's disgusting. And what's even more disgusting isn't the creators, it's the those creators. I just can't believe it. Like I came from TikTok after years of, doing videos on YouTube. I've had my YouTube channel for a decade. I've dedicated my life to the work with astrology, the tools to help our psyche, to help our emotional well being, to help people, to help myself with trauma, losing children. It's just, I just get so disgusted though. Like on TikTok, it's nothing like it is on YouTube. On the YouTube streets, we got grown women, grown men acting like children, and I just want to tell them, y'all want to play, go to the park, go to the park, go to the park and play with kids, because that's what y'all are. Y'all just kids. And all the people that flock to their, it's just disgusting to me, man. Anyway, rant over. There has been news that there is a human foot. It is, Kelly, they're disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Um, it's just, ugh. The voices of truth, they're coming out, they're debunking things, they're talking their truth, talking their opinions. And you've got all of these people that are just, all they do is use other people's content and talk shit about them. They're disgusting human beings. They're inhumane. I don't even want to call them human beings. I really don't. These women that have done 2 lives now, they're mature. They're mature women, and other creators could learn a lot from, mature creators, because there's just not that many on the YouTube streets. But yeah, so there's been a human foot that was found in between barges and the old Hickory, right there at the dam. Right there at the dam. And I'm going to show you guys that on the map. Of course, it could crash on me and I'll have to restart and everything, but I'm going to show you on the map. I'm not going to take up a whole lot of your time with this live, but the things that I spoke about 3 days ago on this live, on a live, 3 days ago, it was a ridiculous 4-hour long live where I just couldn't shut up talking about the transits, about everything that I was seeing. That's here now. That's here now. What I was talking about 3 days ago is now here, and now a human foot has been found. There is no coincidence here. The astrology is going to tell the story. We just don't know how it's going to work itself out. Yeah, exactly, Kelly. All they care about is finding Sebastian. They don't care about using other people's contents, trying to rake in a dollar, trying to talk shit about somebody else. I mean, they're mature women, and like I said, other people could learn from them. But no, they're not going to. They're just going to act like asses. They're just going to act like asses. And like I said, for me, the sad part about it is you got thousands in there egging it on, inciting it. It's people wouldn't be doing that to other people's faces. I guarantee you that. Definitely wouldn't be doing it to my face. Yeah, I would take somebody down just as quick as they tried to take me down. I mean, don't come in my face acting like an idiot. Um, I raise kids, raise my kids. I'm over raising kids. I'm over it. Either put up or shut up. That's the way I feel about it. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep bitching about it. I'm just irritated about it this morning. Just irritated. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. And then I'm listening to this one creator this morning talking about, Summer and her dad and everything, and she's laughing, and I'm thinking, what the hell is so funny? Why is this a joke? None of this is a joke. There's nothing funny about Summer being missing for 4 years and talking shit about Dawn. Nobody knows if he did anything or not. It's just arrogant. The arrogance. Ugh, I don't, anyway, so the foot was found at the Old Hickory Lake, the dam. I want to show you right now, though. I want to show you the transits, because this is where I'm going to take you back. I'm going to take you back to my live 3 days ago, and I'm going to tell you what I saw. And all you got to do is just go back to the live and listen to it, and it's gonna be there. So, and instead of sharing that with you again, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to regurgitate it. Here we go. Okay. Let me get this there. All right. Okay, so here are the transits. They're going like a clock. It's 1:42, 33, 34, 35 in Nashville, Tennessee. And right now, there's a relationship with the TBI, and it's given them a conscious raising experience about this investigation. The wisdom, though, guess who has the wisdom today? You guessed it, Michael Proudfoot. We saw this already. We've seen this already. The moon is now at a 2120. That's my Mars in the eighth house. It's where I investigate. We are reflecting with that investigation. It's absolutely beautiful. The lunar nodes at a 2249. Well, they're coming down to the 2248 that Seth Rogers and I share. There's a fate that's coming into transit. I also see that the flame of life, look at that, Vesta in Scorpio. She is at a 521, and now she's at a station. She was in retrograde. Now she's at a red, hard, intense station, and she's going to sit here. She's going to sit here tonight, going to sit here all day tomorrow. This is the state of Tennessee. State of Tennessee. It is their Vulcanus in the fourth house of Aries. I'll show you that here in just a minute. I can see that Mars here in the 11th house is at a 28 in Leo. I also see that the weight of home, the weight has just is over Katie, Chris, and Eric Craddock. That's where the weight of home is right now. And the devouring energy with Kronos is about to come into transit with Sebastian. Jupiter this morning, when the foot was found, was at a 0050. That's the state of Tennessee, and it's the wisdom with publicity about death. And the wake-up call here with Pallas at a 2510. Well, she's coming down. She's in retrograde. That means she's going to go to a 2509. And the 2509, that's the U.S. Marshals. It's the state of Tennessee. It's the U.S. Marshals intensity. And there's going to be a lot of intensity with the U.S. Marshals tonight and tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. And we know that they are looking for Decker. We know that the Marshals are doing all kinds of great things. But there is going to be an intensity with a group. And it begins tonight. And it's going to go really slow and not let off until tomorrow. And they share that degree with Tennessee. The 2509 that Tennessee has is their Mars in the 8th house of death. Tennessee's Mars in the 8th house of death is in Cancer. It's about home. It's about abuse. And there's a lot of warring. And of course, we have we've got the protest this weekend. This is a weekend like no other. It really is. I mean, this is, you know, shit. A couple of months ago, I was saying, hey, there's going to be, June and July is atrocious. I mean, it's going to be intense. And hasn't it been intense? Of course it has. It is. Hello, Mr. Rogers. So that, what I was seeing is now here. And the barge, there is a reigniting of a flame of life here in Tennessee, and it's intense. We are not going to know about it today. We're not going to know about it. Let's see. When does that come off? Let me stop it right now. Let's see. All right, so we're going to do a day. Let's go a day. And then I'm going to show you the state of Tennessee's chart because I want you to see where this is touching. Look, we're still on the 15th on Sunday. And look at that. Now Vesta is moving forward. And this, let me just go ahead and get it. We made no Sunday about the human foot that was found between the barges. We can also see that Michael Proudfoot is still going to be holding the wisdom tomorrow. Why would Michael Proudfoot be holding the wisdom while this foot was found? Well, for me, it's because he knows where Sebastian is. He knows where Sebastian is. Saturday evening, of course, we're going to be gearing up for Father's Day on Sunday. And we know that if Sebastian does not come home, then Seth is going to be wondering where his son is, right? For Father's Day. So this is where I was seeing June 14th. I was seeing that where state of Tennessee is still the flame of life with the reigniting of a flame of death and investigation. This station is coming with an opposition with Melissa. Michael Proudfoot is definitely having some wisdom. There is going to be a relationship. Remember, I was talking about Judge Blanton and the DA. There is information that we are going to learn Saturday night. Information coming in with Sebastian. And Jupiter is expanding communications in Virginia. And there's Sebastian, there's communications. We're learning things about Sebastian and relationships here. And you can see that Palace has already went over that 2509 with the state of Tennessee and the marshals. And I'm really hoping that the marshals are closing in on the Decker dude. I can see that there's going to be some crazy ass shit going down in Tennessee. I know that. All over. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy the way that people are reacting. But here is the fate. There's a fate with me and Seth today. And, we've got to look at this. We got to look at this. So the place right here, turn off these hot spots. Here's where the foot was found in between barges on Sebastian's map. We've got Kathy and Katie. We got the missing event. The missing south node is going this direction in Libra. Past relationships. We've got the FBI. The FBI is rising to the occasion here. Says Pluto in Libra. There is a lot of energy going through here on Tailwater Right Bank Drive. And of course, this is where Power Plant Road is. This is where all this stuff was going, all the action was going down in the very beginning when Sebastian went missing. There's Rockland. Rockland is right through here. The state of Tennessee, the conjunction is here on Sebastian's map. Conscious raising experience with a relationship. They bring justice and balance to Tennessee. Do I think that this is Sebastian? No, I don't. I don't. Even though I'm showing you the map and it does make sense, and I do have a hot spot here. There's a whole hot spot right here, because this was, if I was looking for Sebastian being deceased, and let's say, there was some foul play with maybe an offender. We got a lot of offenders here. We got offender here, there. I mean, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. This is my fifth house of kids. This is where I get shaken up. And I did. I got shaken up here. Remember when Crabtree was here? This is where I got shaken up with relationships, because, he got all pissy with me. He told me to tell Tony why he was here, and I told him why he was here, and then he got all pissed, and, whatever. Meant to be, right? Katie's dark moon. She has a lot of darkness with wisdom that's going this direction. So, of course, this is where I was thinking that, Chris shines here. He shines with enlightenment, with the physician going this direction. The TBI is also here. This is where they have the physician that is conjunct their fortune, and they create great things going in this direction. So, the hot spots that I have for Sebastian, the deceased would be, around here, or even alive could be around here. But I don't think he's in the state of Tennessee, and I don't think that this is him. On Cinder, the barges would be right through here. Something of Katie's can be found on this line. Katie's values are shown here. Could be a money transfer. I'm just saying, I don't, even though this is a great area. Here's Cinder Road. And like I said, the barge, I'm thinking it would be right through here, right at this dam. And it doesn't appear to be a hydraulic dam. Is it, y'all? Is that a hydraulic dam? Where's Jeff? I don't think so. But I can't tell. So caught in between barges. Hey guys. Peace. What up, buds? Let's see. So I'm right here. Little man is right through there. So that's where I'm thinking that it's right through here. Wisdom and desires for justice and relationships, perhaps with law enforcement. And again, South Node, he's been here before with law enforcement. I mean, with relationships. Going this direction. I mean, this is the direction going from Stafford Court. So it's not like, let me turn off the offenders here. Where they go? Let me turn off the parents. Let's just look at the missing and the law enforcement. Because any other time, really, that's all I would have anyway. But I'm gonna also go over these one more time. And I'm going to show you the mileage here. That would be 8 miles. Let's look at this one more time. 194. It's a 14 Libra. 14 Libra. You think it is a hydraulic dam? Okay. So, okay. Then that's why I hate to say it, but that makes sense why there would be a foot, because if it's a hydraulic dam, uh, oh God, y'all can use your imagination. I don't even want to say what, I don't even want to say that. But I think that you know where I'm going with this, where I'm talking about. The missing event is here. It's, like I said, it's the South Node. It's the South Node of fate. And it is fated with Hygeia in Pisces in the third house. So that would have to do with medicines, drugs, excuse me, things of that nature. Let me go ahead and take off the law enforcement because I just want to focus on this angle right here. Only want to focus on this angle. Let's see. So we're going to go this way. Oh. Fated with Hygeia in the third house of communications. This would be, again, this would be about medicine, drugs, endings, acceptance, water. And now I want to see where this is going to go. Okay, so this is going to take us through White House, Cross Plains, or Linda. Let me go closer because this angle would matter if this would be Sebastian, and I don't think it is. I do not think it is, even though the energies that are showing up this weekend for Sebastian, it's fated with me and Seth. It's fated with Sebastian. There is a fate, but anytime someone is found and the state of Tennessee or the people, that would be us, we the people, begin to raise the awareness, could this be Sebastian? And that's already been foreseen, right? So we're going to be in the transits. He's going to be in the transits, right? That's definitely something I've learned, and it took me a while to learn that, but damn, I learned it. Here's the funeral home. There's the elementary school. And here is Melissa. So Melissa's house is right there. But there's a fate. Going this direction. With the third house of communications. And the third house, of course, is about siblings as well. There's Illinois. Oh, there's Illinois. Rolling Meadows, Illinois, Algonquin Road. Don't know why I got that there. So yeah, that's let me pull up the offenders now, just so I can make sure that I'm doing my due diligence here. This is the fate going this direction, right? Let's go ahead and look at this direction again. With the offenders. Christopher Andrew Brooks, Landon Scott, and Eric. There's two offenders here, right there. But I would, of course, be looking at this one, Christopher Andrew. Christopher Andrew. It's raining again. Jesus. Christopher Andrew. Come on, pull it up. Ugh, what? Christopher Andrew Brooks. Christopher Brooks, there he is. I'm just looking here. Oh, shit. Wrong thing. There he is. There's that offender. And then here we are here. Well, interesting, interesting, interesting. Well, I'm going to come back to that and look at him later. Let's look at the transits one more time. And I want to pull up the state of Tennessee so I can show you guys that the state of Tennessee is definitely in transit for the next few days with the reigniting of the flame of life. And it's definitely, there's definitely an investigation here into an old investigation, or maybe not old, but a past investigation. So here's the state of Tennessee. And here's the transits. We can see that the 521, even though it's not in Aries, this 521 is being made contact. There is a contact. There is a flame of life that is coming to, that is here, that is very intense with the state of Tennessee and home. This is the 4th house of home. The lowest point for the state of Tennessee is the water. It's the drugs. The 1928, there's letting go. And then we come into Aries. The 521 is going to be in a station all weekend. And there's definitely been energy with Sebastian. But again, I don't think that it's him. I just don't. I don't think that I don't think so. It's been 16 months. They did not say skeletal. They said a foot. They didn't say a skeleton. They said a foot. So it just, I mean, it would be way too, yeah, it would be skeletal. And I have not read that. And if y'all have, y'all let me know, but I have not read that. The 2510, like I said, the 2510 is coming down. It will be in transit with the state of Tennessee's 2509 with the U.S. Marshals. The U.S. Marshals have that 2509, and it's very intense for them. This evening is going to ramp up all the craziness that is about to be here this weekend. Crazy. I'm talking crazy. We see that they shine, the state of Tennessee shines at an 1815. This 1815, the state of Tennessee shares that degree with the TBI. So the sun is shining, the state of Tennessee is shining about things that they have learned. And there's a magnetism with the TBI. They are working with the TBI, with the relationship to investigate. They are investigating the foot. They are also investigating and doing their own due diligence this weekend by making sure that the federal buildings stay secure. The series is coming to an opposition of the TBI. Let's go ahead and pull them up. Well, shit. Okay, I'm still here. I thought I wasn't here with y'all anymore. Okay. As long as y'all can see me. As long as y'all can hear me. Okay, Tennessee and the TBI right now. You can see that the TBI and the state of Tennessee are the state of Tennessee shines at the 1815. TBI has their magnetism here in the fifth house of kids in the way that they create. That's at an 1815. So that means that there is a relationship here that they are investigating. There's a lot of energy at an 810 in Aries, and that 810 is coming to the 811, and there is an opposition. There's an opposition here. Ceres is bringing in a lot of attention, a lot of energy with the TBI and the other resources that they are using, the other agencies that they may have to call in on, like the coroner or, whoever. Not coroner, but you know what I'm saying, what I'm saying. Wouldn't be a corner for the foot, I don't guess. So the 810 is here. Ceres is here, and Ceres is opposing their enlightenment with children. It is opposing them with not just children, but the way that they create with the physician, Apollo. This 811 is also had by the FBI. The FBI is being opposed. The FBI, the TBI, the agencies are being opposed today. That 811 that they share is being opposed today. I mean, it is what it is. There's a direct opposition here with the agencies. And again, that's why I'm saying it's a historical time period to be living in. I can see too that the fourth house of home, there is a transformation that is coming to Nova Scotia, Canada. There's a lot of energy that is going to be transforming groups in the future. The groups. The dark moon has just left Nina. When the news broke about that foot, there was a lot of disordered aggression, a lot of darkness with her about the investigation, and it does, it pulls on you, it pulls on your heartstrings. It makes you. I'm sure that this weight that I saw and that I do see with Chris Katie and Eric Craddock, the weight of home, I can see that there is definitely this weight. Is that him? Could it be him? Is that, anytime things of this nature come about, you have to wonder. But again, I don't think it's him. I think that Michael Proudfoot has the wisdom. It's showing up. He has the wisdom with relationships and the law, the government, and he is in transit all day today. I don't think he did anything bad to Sebastian. I think that he has the wisdom because he knows where he's at. A man's a truck driver. That family, all you got to do is just listen to Nina. I mean, this is all my opinion, but I'm heavily in transit today as well. And I'm telling you, I don't think that this is Sebastian. I could be wrong. And Lord knows, I hope I am. That dam is hydraulic, so it's not going to be friendly to any remains that would be in the area. Now, let me look at this too. Let me look at the transits one more time. I've already went over this in that 3-hour live 3 days ago. I've already talked about this. I've already looked at it. Didn't know how it was going to express itself. Now I do. Now we do. We see how that's expressed itself. We were looking for a lead. We were looking for information that was going to come about Sebastian. And it was because this is what I saw. Hold on, let me go back days. This is what I saw with Sebastian and the lead. There was going to be a lead come in. This is the lowest point. There is Venus, and it's in the 4th house of home. There was a lead coming in, and it was reflective of the enlightenment, the physician that would be called in with the government right here. This would be it. And this would have been last night around 9 o'clock. Around 9 o'clock. And that's exactly where I see this weight with Chris and Katie. The 840, there was wisdom from the past with Sebastian last night as well. Right here. Thursday evening. I was thinking that this would be because of the women that were doing their live. But now I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. The weight is definitely on Katie's Chiron and the pain that she experienced at home with her mother. That's where her pain is. There would have been an intensity with Sebastian. In the middle of the night, Thursday. Very intense. And his values, those values would have been right around here, Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. So Wednesday and Thursday were pretty intense with Sebastian. When the foot was found at 7:45 a.m., I can see that the Mars has just went over the 2751 that he has in the 8th house of death, rebirth, regeneration, other people's money, things that are hidden with the investigation with 2 people and communications. There's a lot of energy with the values when the foot is found. And again, the Vesta out of 521 is in retrograde at this time, and it's hitting the state of Tennessee in a retrograde. But when it goes forward, when Vesta is moving forward again, that's when they'll have an idea of who that is when it begins to go forward. They find it, they call on the agencies, the TBI shows up. The 2248 that is about to be in transit with me and Seth is going to be right. This is 8:45 a.m. Now the sun is shining on the communications. And the communications, as you can see, the 2642, that is in transit with the TBI and Sebastian. Let me pull up Sebastian. Hey, Hope. I don't know if I told you hi yet. Sebastian, where are you at? Okay. This will give you a better idea too when we're playing the numbers game. So the 2248, the sun is shining on me and Seth. That is where the lunar nodes are coming down to, is this 2248. The 2642 in the with the communications this morning, an hour later after they found the foot, There is this physician who brings enlightenment with the TBI and with Sebastian Rogers. Right there. The 1529 Chronos, well, it's Chronos is coming into the desires of the travel with Sebastian and the quartz. The 844, again, this 844 is going to Nina, but that also goes to Virginia. That also goes to Virginia. The disordered aggression, the darkness is in Virginia. And again, Mr. Michael Proudfoot, no matter what time he's born, he has that 1551 in his chart. And it's with the law. It's with justice that I hope to see one day. We can see that there is an intensity, the 1741 and the 1742. That's when the news makes its way to the internet and people start posting that it could be about Sebastian, and the state of Tennessee is having a disordered aggression with the community and the online networking about the foot. '29, '23. It's a thunderstorming right now. Let me show you Tennessee. Where's Tennessee again? There it is. I hope we're not going to get a whole lot more rain because it's already, the creek's already so high. So the state of Tennessee, again, this 521 with Vulcanus and Aries is the warring that is definitely coming to Tennessee this weekend. And it is about the flame of life that's reigniting investigations, things that are hidden. And I am going to have to jump off here because it is lightning. And I'm going to jump off here so my stuff don't get fried, and I will be back soon. Hate to cut it short, y'all, but I've got to go. I don't want my devices to be messed up from the flow up. So I will talk to you guys soon. Y'all have a good afternoon. TGIF. See you soon.